Hi, this is the Day Trade Recap. Today is October 28th, and I am ending my day quite early because I have some other things to do and I've already done some trading. So it's been a good day so far. I traded during pre-market and then one trade right after opening bell. So let me talk about, excuse me, the stock. It's still early. My voice is not awake. Anyway, the one stock that I worked with was DBGI, and this one had some news. I wouldn't say it was, fantastic news, but it was good news, and it's a really low float, and it really doesn't take anything. All you have to do is sneeze, and a low float like this will move, and it'll be a dramatic move. So you have to be really careful. Make sure your entries are on the dip, and you get out at your targets. You don't mess around with these. But anyway, if you want to check the news, you can. But let me go ahead and show you. I heard this one hitting my scanner again, like I've mentioned to you before. My scanner talks to me, so I listen to it very carefully. When I hear one hit a couple of times, repeated a couple of times, I'll go and look for some news. Found some news, saw the float, checked all of that out, and then I got ready. So here was my first trade. But let me go ahead and my first trade was at like 7 o'clock this morning, my time. So let me go ahead and go to the daily chart because you really have to plan these things out. You'll see I have a lot of lines on this chart. So let me explain how I drew my target lines first. I saw that price had been kind of below my yellow line. Is this, this solid yellow EMA is my 200. It was coming up to all of the lines, basically the 200 and the 100 is the light blue solid. So I just kind of tagged that light blue solid line over here for my top click because I also saw, the VWAP was kind of settling down right there on a downtrend. The VWAP is that purple line. When I see in tails and stuff, we're hitting that candle tails, we're sort of using that as support, right? And the rule is, previous support will become new resistance, whatever. I don't think it'll be permanent resistance, but I find that as an important level. So I clicked there for my top click, and my bottom click was basically, it might have been a little off, but I picked this recent. I probably could have picked over here, but it was pretty all close, this level right here. So that put the rest of these solid lines, horizontal lines, as my targets, okay? These dashed lines, these horizontal dashed, correspond with some other minor support resistance. This was a support resistance level here, which is that, and I color it kind of, actually it matched a 4 hour, I think it was a 4 hour. Let me zoom out. Kind of a, what was my thought process there? Yeah, it was a 9, that's why I colored it. It was a 9, but let me go back to my daily. This was kind of a minor level, and then this was a double top. This red dash was a double top. I knew that. See here, here's a top, here's some wick tops. So I knew, and then if you look to this direction to the left, from there you'll see that there were a lot of tails right there. So that made a lot of sense to put a line right there. And it was pretty close to my yellow target line. So I thought, well, we'll keep an eye on those two levels. So that's why I draw these other levels. And then up here, you're starting to get out of some resistance areas. So I put a purple to match, this was a sharp angle, and previously it had halted here. I have notes from other days that I've traded this thing. So I like to mark those, and then of course I put this all-time high on here. So let's go back. We're currently in a halt, but I'm done trading. I just wanted to go ahead and make this video. We're way on a halt here. But anyway, so let me talk about my trade. First trade, the reason I picked this trade, I didn't see this move. Well, actually I did watch this move, but it was so close to this dash line that I created. I was in the process of creating all my lines, and I kind of watched. I thought, oh, it's using that level, as I suspected, as a resistance. So I'm going to look for an entry signal here where my candles, I do use dual candles, and if you don't understand this dual candle setup, you need to go watch some of my other videos. I don't have time to talk about that, but it's an unbelievably good trading strategy that I have developed and put together with my other signals down here. But anyway, pricing candles are the dark green, and my indicator candle are these hollow body Heikin-Ashi type. Now these are not standard Heikin-Ashi. I've customized these. And then I have this solid blue line as my stop loss. But anyway, these are my pricing. So whenever I have a blue arrow that gets my attention, I verify with whatever's going on down here in the DMI. You know, if it's looking bullish, and then I start to see some candle bodies on my indicator, the light green, above my stop loss, then I get in. Everything's above my stop loss. Excuse me, I get in, and I've got to, use common sense. What has it been doing? What did it just do? So it's going to be tricky. I need to watch structure through this line, but I think it'll break through this line. It has news, has volume, has momentum on its short, on its, but I'm going to watch this double top area because I know it's going to have trouble with that. So I got in here at, what was my entry? My entry was $4.46. And I thought, well, I'll use this double top line, this line right here. It's pre-market, so I'm going to be careful right there. If it can't hold that, then I'll get out. And, I stayed in through this chop. I could have got out at this yellow line. I should have got out there. That would have been a really better exit, which was $4.99, basically 50 cents. But I got out at $4.80, so it wasn't too bad. And then I waited for another signal, and I decided not to get in here, even though I could have. I just felt like it had been running so hard. It did bounce off of VWAP here. I should have just taken it, but I just thought, it hit this level here, which if you go to the daily chart, this level actually was like the opening high of the IPO day. And it's funny that it just hung out there. That's why I kind of was hesitant to, I was too close to that really. And that was at 518 or whatever, 512-ish. I can't remember. Somewhere in there, I drew that line. $5.18 or 12 cents, whatever it was. That was the IPO high. And that's going to be a significant level, even if it has gone higher than that. People are remembering that level, and it, over time it had gone higher than that, but that was just kind of a funny level that it matched that, and it was dojiing at that and wicking and rejecting. So I just thought, I'll wait for a dip buy. And so here we are. Here's my second trade. I had this blue arrow, which, as you know, that is my primary signal. And I looked at it, and I actually got in on the next candle, because everything down here, when I have a really good, this ADX, this yellow line down here in the DMI, let me open that up a little bit wider so you can see how that was pointing up right there, really dramatically above the level that it needed to. So I got in at $4.95, and I just said I'm going to stay with this watch market structure. And then it started to halt right here, halting, and we're going to halt again. But I got out at this blue line, right? So I got out at 5.88. So getting in, so that was almost $2 a share on that one. So what did I made, let's see, 4.45 to, so 40 cents on that one, basically the first one, and then almost $2 on this one. So, that's why I'm saying I'm done for the day. But let me explain why I got out at this line. When things start to halt, I look for reasons to get out, and look what it's doing now. It's rejecting. It came up to this line, which was an important line. I had a white line there for that, which is also close to my main target line right here, yellow. I respect my main targets, but I like to know other daily levels, and this white line is a daily. So let me go to that. Explain this. Okay, here's that dash double top. So here are my couple of trades. I got in here, got out here, got in here, got out here. So let's go to this dashed line, and you see how that's kind of a top. It's congestion is what it is. And I know it's hard to read with my dual candles, but if you'll see, let me zoom into this whole area right here. This is where it was. Support and resistance. Okay, we had a lot of candle bodies on the top, and then some candle body bottoms, right? So that's an important level, and that's why I put that there. So now if I were to continue to watch this thing, and I don't know if it has enough juice to continue farther. It's already up 66. Well, it was up more. I'm going to see what it does right here. It may need to come down to a significant support, but it's been hovering that VWAP pretty well. I think it's just gonna, we'll just wait and see. I don't like to predict, but anyway, all in all, almost $3 a share, and it's not even, it's barely 8 o'clock in the morning, so it's only been 30 minutes of trading, even though I started at 7. So basically an hour of trading, $3 a share, a really good day. And it's all because, I knew that the stock had a little bit of news. I knew it was a light flow. I do know also that there is some short interest on this thing that also pushes momentum up when there's good news on a stock that's been shorted. It has already made a big move, so I think I'm just going to leave it alone for a little while. Anyway, I do have to go. Today is an important day for me. I've got a lot of things going on. My son's birthday and some other things happening today. So I just wanted to put this video together and give you a few tips. If you need any help, I know this wasn't as helpful as most of my videos because I was in such a hurry putting it together, but honestly, if you need help drawing target lines, they make all the difference in the world. If you need help with really good dip buy indicator signals, even though this is crazy looking at dual candles, trust me, once you get used to this, this is the best. This is a game changer for you to have these dual candles. You'll see the pricing and you'll understand what, if it's safe to get in and when you really should get out. And then having this to confirm direction and strength of trend. Oh my gosh, this is also, I've been using this since day one for many, many years. I've customized this DMI. People do use the DMI somewhat, but I love it, and especially with this particular strategy, using my target lines and everything else. So if you need some help with any of that, or if you want these indicators, just reach out to me and I can help you with that. I'll let you know how you can get in touch with me. Just make a comment down below, and I hope this was helpful to you. If you have any questions, let me know, and we will talk soon.